Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Coach Shelly Ann. I'm so grateful that you're here with me today. I don't want to just teach about something in this moment. I want to share my heart. I want to talk with you about my journey, my struggles, and the reason I do what I do. For over 25 years, I wore the nurse hat with pride, the nurse badge with pride. I stood at bedsides, I held hands through tears, and I celebrated small victories with patients and families. Nursing was my calling for many years. But here's the truth behind the scrubs, I was exhausted, I was overwhelmed, and quietly losing myself. I was pouring into everyone else, but my own cup was empty. And I know many of you can relate to that feeling. That's where my story as a nurse turned to coach really begins. My struggles. You see, while I was caring for others, I wasn't caring for myself. I was stretched thin, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I struggled with stress, with emotional eating, with fatigue, and I knew how to heal others, but I didn't always know how to heal myself. And I carried that weight, not just in my body, but in my heart. And as a mother of four and a grandmother of seven, coming here next November, I want to be fully present. But the truth is, I was surviving, not striving. I kept telling myself to push through, to be strong, to keep going. But deep down, I long for peace, I long for balance, I long to feel whole. And then one day, I realized something powerful. Healing isn't only about medicine. Healing isn't only about treating the symptoms. Healing is about aligning your mind, your body, and your spirit. Healing is about wholeness. The turning point for me, that realization became my turning point. I knew I couldn't keep living on empty, and I wanted more than just survival. I wanted transformation. That's when I discovered Get Fit 21. I did that program and I got certified. And now let me tell you, Get Fit 21 wasn't just about losing a few pounds or following a plan. It was about resetting my habits. It was about learning to walk consistently, to eat with intention, and to show up for myself in new ways. And here's the beautiful part. It worked slowly but surely. I started to feel like myself again. My energy came back, my confidence returned, and I realized something life changing. Small, consistent steps really do create big shifts. But more for that, I realized that I could do this and I could help women do it too. Then I went on and I decided to do, guess what? I had an idea for Grace and Great was born. The Grace and Great Woman. Because here's the truth. Life takes grit. It takes resilience, it takes determination and the strength to push through all the struggles that we go through. But without grace, without God's grace, we burn out. We run ourselves into the ground. Grace is what gives us permission to rest. Grace is what allows us to heal. Grace reminds us that if we don't have to be perfect, we just have to keep showing up. Grace and grit together is about balance. It's about being strong and also being soft. It's about being determined. It's also about compassionate. It's about being rooted in faith, but also willing to take bold steps. For me, being a grace and great woman means I can walk in strength and still lean on God when I'm weak. It means I can push forward, but also pause when I need His rest. And I want every woman I coach to embrace that same truth. You don't have to choose between grace or great. You need both. That's how we grow. That's how we transform. So my coaching mission That brings me to why I coach today. Coaching for me isn't about handing over a meal plan or a checklist. It's about walking with women through real life change. It's about saying, you don't have to do this alone. When I coach, I help women break free from stress. I help them reclaim their health. I build them up and they build holy habits that last. We focus on mindset because how you think shapes how you live. We focus on movement because your body was created to be active and alive. You gotta walk. Find any exercise that you love because movement is very important. We focus on nourishment, not just food, but what you feed your soul. And we focus on rest because a good night's sleep 6 to 8 hours, because rest is holy. God rested on the seventh day. And today, I'm just coming back from church. So rest is very important. And we focus on spiritual renewal because transformation without God doesn't last. And when you heal from the inside out, you don't just change your body, you change your story. So, yes, I took off my nurse's hat, but I never stopped caring. Today, I care in a different way. I care about walking with women who are tired of quick fixes, who are tired of cycles, are ready for true transformation. So, if you're listening to this and you feel stuck, if you're tired of just surviving, or if you're ready to embrace grace, to walk with grace, and to live the life God designed for you, this is your moment. You don't have to walk the journey alone. You are a grace and great woman too. And I love to walk with you. So if this speaks to your heart, I invite you to reach out. Just DM me the word wellness or book a free consultation and let's talk about your next step. This is your season for healing, your season for growth, and for holy habits that will transform your life. And always remember to stay rooted, stay blessed, and remember, with grace and great transformation is possible. And thank you for letting me share my story with you. And I look forward to seeing and talking to you again. Thank you. Stay blessed.